Here's a quick challenge for you guys watching this video today. Name me just one other series that you've seen on YouTube where a group of Mechanator monks live in a monastery where there are 41 human eggs fertilized. Name me just one other series where this type of content is also found. Welcome to the Mechanator Master Series, episode 7, and today we're going to make a start on the tier 1 androids. Now, I said last episode several times, I have plans for these tier 1 androids. So these tier 1 androids are going to be used to bolster up the economy. These tier 1 androids are going to replace all of our working mechanoids that Robbie has, wherever Robbie is, there. So it will replace all of the aggro-hands, the lifters, and all of those things, and the tier 1 androids will become just our general workers. Most importantly, however, they'll be stone cutting, they'll be working the deep drill, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be specializing certain areas of the base for these androids. We're going to be doing something that I've always dreamt of doing and having individual little areas for all of our droids and everything to work in. So we can have droids that are only working in the crafting area, droids that are only working in the hotel and shop area, droids that are only working in, I would say, the IG Legion room, but I mean, the only work that goes on in there is a little bit hanky-panky, you know? Droids that only work in the kitchen. We're going to have droids specialized and the whole shebang. So if you enjoy any of today's episode, if you're excited to see what we do with droids, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Well, first things first, let's get the raid. Of course, we're going to get Joes to study the power focus chip, and a raid has arrived. A group of wasters from the Toxic Men have arrived nearby, and they've heard of us taking out the War Queen, and now they want to give us another challenge. Okay, this should be fine, honestly. We just get the guys hold up, get into your safety rooms, and maybe we'll be okay, as long as they get there in time, which I'm not sure if they will, actually. And Robert's decided to go on an insulting spree. That's not really ideal, is it? When you are our combat person. Get everyone else just going to this secondary place here. We haven't even got the marshals online fully either. We've got the Falcons, Minotaurs taking them all out. They're going to hand-to-hand combat with the animals. Minotaur 6 has died, RIP. Robert has turned up in his insulting spree just to have beef with Jean. Oh wow, okay. Well, Robert, you've single-handedly actually managed to do it as a great service by being an insulting spree and coming down to help us. And there we are. Minotaur 11 has died as well. Shame. That is a shame. So anyway, let's get Jones to study the power focus chip on high mech tech. And then what we can do is just queue that up quickly and get that sorted. The power focus chip has been studied. Perfect. So at the moment we're doing advanced fabrication. We can get advanced components so that we can then craft the androids in mass. So let's now queue up high mech tech as well. That's 3,000 research queued up, easy peasy. And after looking at the comments and looking at what people think what we should do with the eggs, no, I'm mixed. I kind of want to keep them and see what happens. But at the same time, I think having 41 children just spawn in will break the game. So what I'm going to do is probably destroy these eggs at a later date. And hope that I remember that they're going to hatch in 6.3 days. Okay, so, quick thing I found out. Turns out we can resurrect the War Queen. Wow, okay, so we're going to resurrect the War Queen, whether it comes back hostile or not, I don't know. But Robert, you're going to get yourself a War Queen, and Robert, what have I found you doing? Constructing ourselves a little tier 1 android. I'm not sure if I'm going to give them names. I feel like I will. Make it all nice. And there we are. The first android has been created. ID 282. Oh. ID 280. Welcome, my friend. But hostile. The Empire. War of Rights. The Shattered Empire maintains a strict code against mechanical rights, which you have violated. Storacious Mavronis is determined to wipe out all mechanical intelligences. Until the offending colonists are eliminated, there will be no peace. So we're now at war. Ah. Okay, well, ID 280. Welcome. You are literally a drone 8 across the board in every single stat. Perfect. So what I think I'm going to be getting you to do is stone cut, and that's about it. Your life is going to be stone cutting and anything else that I then decide for you. I'm not going to initially put this guy in a specific area like I said I was going to. He's just going to go wherever he wants initially, and then as we get more, I can start putting them in more places and getting them to do more things. And there we go, we have now finished our drugs lab, and as you can see, our nefarious drug lord himself, the wild gander, is in here getting ready to whip up some lovely, lovely smoke leaf joints. Perfect. Now we can start the lucrative business that is narcotics, which I obviously don't condone in real life. Please don't do it. We can make smoke leaf joints. We'll do these by the hundreds of thousands of smoke leaf joints. If we just queue up maybe a cool 500, that'll do. Herbal medicine as well, obviously extremely important as well. We have 46 at the moment. Very nice. We'll just do that forever, I think. I've now also made the decision to make 2 more large mech gestators. With the behemoth taking up still another 3 cycles, the war queen in the other one, things are going to be going really slowly. And now we're at war with the Empire. We kind of need to step up our production. Let's queue up. Maybe we just queue up some of the basic ones as well. Like, just to, maybe we gestate a couple of scythers on each one. Just so then we can have a decent amount of combat units that are like just regular. I think that'd be a good idea. Okay, I've now decided to change the color of the mechs as well. I know this was suggested a few episodes ago, and shout out to you, whoever it was. I don't remember. They've been changed to this kind of like off brownish color. In the color palette, it looks like the same color as our mahogany floors. Like, look at this color here. Look at it. Now, look at this color. All right, they look very similar, but for some reason, it just doesn't work on the Mechanoids. So I promise that I think this is it was the most Mechanoid close-ish color there was, even though it wasn't very good. Gestation complete. War Queen. Waiting for Jean to complete. Well, Jean, you are tasked with getting the War Queen out, but you're not actually going to receive this War Queen. Wow, and it is friendly as well. Imagine if it spawned in and it became immediately hostile. That'd be pretty sad. Jean, disconnect from the War Queen. Then Robert, take control. Take control, Robert, of this mighty beast. Oh, okay, so we recharge the War Queen with steel. Okay, interesting. So I guess it will eventually be quite an expensive unit to maintain, but I'd imagine it's well worth it. An advanced fabrication is complete. A huge research to be picking up. So we can now actually make enough advanced components and everything now to keep everything going. That's perfect. Okay, and Robert is now working on the second android. This one I'm going to have set up for deep drilling and deep drilling exclusively. Another one of the Mechanoids that, like with ID 280, will have a little bit more free will than some of the ones in the future. In the sense that this one will have to be able to travel from deep drill to back home, deep drill to back home. I think eventually we can research better recharging things for them, so they don't have to go back to these beds. And our nefarious drugs lord, Wild Gander, is obviously gone a bit crazy in here and has just been vomiting everywhere in the drugs lab. Kind of gross. Can you just not do that, maybe? Oh, it's just gone down as well. Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, it's just... this gander has been here just binging on drugs. That's all it's been doing. It's just been binging on drugs in here. Oh, Wild Gander, you're awful. Don't do that. And there we go. ID 566. Welcome, my friend. ID 566. What am I going to be doing with you? Deep drilling. Unlucky, unlucky. I've now also made the decision to replace all the granite in the hotel area into marble, just because we've just got no granite on the map. And the deep drill did work for getting more granite, but it was nowhere near quick enough. But we've got an abundance of marble, so we should do that instead. The hospital flooring is now all completed. So all we need to do now is fully upgrade this hospital, and then we can start working on bionics for our people to make them themselves stronger, and obviously Robert to turn him into a fighting machine. And we now have our third android, ID 921. Why have you got a skull hat? That's kind of scary, honestly, but hey ho. Hey ho, whatever makes you happy. ID 921. What am I going to do with you? I think you are also going to be on deep drilling, honestly. The more materials we get at the moment, the better, and we are lacking in the plasteel department heavily. Robbie is moving ready with a safer, somewhere with a safer. Oh no, the babies are being born. Oh, we only got 2. Where are the rest of the eggs then? Oh no, I forgot about the babies. Oh no. Shit. Oh, why didn't I get an announcement that the babies were being born? Baby Ready and Baby Sparks. They're both just baseliners. They're born 9 hours. Why didn't I get a notification that all the babies were going to be born? I was going to keep an eye on it. There was meant to be 43 babies, and there just wasn't. I'm kind of disappointed at the lack of babies, but I'm also very happy because I could probably maintain 2 babies, which isn't what I wanted to do this series at all. I'm going to put it right out there straight away. I don't want to do any baby in this series at all. I guess I need to build like a nursery or something. I guess I could just build like a little square here. I didn't expect this at all. I'm not even gonna. No, I'm not gonna build a square. Blech, squares. We'll build it so it looks like the toxic waste dump at least, so it's got some resemblance of looking good. There you go. So we'll build that, and then we'll use that as a crib. Why have you put the baby in the toxic waste dump? You know, I feel like this is slightly not right. You know, health and safety and all that. And a pirate fee demand. A representative high prophetess of the Varna remnants to contact you on the comms. They want 1,600 silver. Or else they're going to be a little bit angry with us. No. Oh, and they're raiding immediately. 8 of them. Okay. Oh, mechanoids. Interesting. Wow. Okay. A lot of falcons, a couple of rangers. This shouldn't be too bad, honestly. We've got a pretty good squad now. Let's get them all to come down here. We'll have some mechanoid on mechanoid action. They're not going to make it, are they? My people are so slow. They are just so slow. Militors, get out there. Do your jobs. Do your jobs. Jean, stay there, stay there. Robert, stay there, hide there. These marshals, I just a blessing, honestly. They're just going to do their thing. Militor 10 has died. RIP Militor 10. War Queen is just turning up as well. I don't think we're going to see any action from the War Queen here. Militor 1 has died as well, RIP. Okay, so the War Queen doesn't actually do anything particularly. She's not doing any damage. She's not attacking. Please ignore these error messages. I don't know what they're doing. Something's very upset within the game. The last ranger. Kill it. Kill it dead. Thank you. Is that all of them? It is. Perfect. So I think what we learned from this fight is Militors obviously aren't very good. We knew this. We knew this. That's no problem. But what we didn't realize is how stupid the AI were. The Constructoids just going in there to go repair walls. The AI, like the War Queen, not really doing much. I think we have now found one of the first downsides to the Mechanoids is that the AI is awful. And high mech tech is complete. Perfect. So, what does high mech tech unlock for us? Centipedes. It unlocks a Diabolus as well. Driller. A rugged mechanoid designed to operate deep drills. Interesting. I'll probably make one of these just to see how good it is, honestly. What else can we make? Is there anything at the small bench that we can make? A paramedic that just revives people and stuff, I guess. A fabricor that can craft, and an analyst for researching. Wow, okay. Might be a good idea to get a couple of those maybe to help out Jean or Robert in the research lab. And what else can we get with this now? An advanced mech gestator. It's not very big either. Interesting. So we need a high subcore and 200 plasteel. Interesting. We now get mech boosters as well. Subcore rip scanner. That sounds slightly scary. Large mech upgrader, a mech upgrader, and a mech band dish. So the mech band dish, I'd imagine, is what we need to summon in the next boss. I'm not going to do that yet, obviously, because we're not ready yet. But a mech upgrader, what does that do? It just upgrades it and gets better, I guess. We need power focus chips for that. We do have a power focus chip though, don't we? Let's build a mech upgrader then, and let's see what that does. So there we go, the mech upgrader. So what do you do? Mechanoid upgrade assembly installation device tailored for light and medium class mechanoids. By controlling a mechanoid's self-repair mechanoids along with a small swarm of its own, you can upgrade it a little bit, I think. Right. Start upgrader. What do you require? 10 steel, 5 plasteel, 5 urine, and 2 components. Let's do that and see what that does. So insert mechanoid. Let's chuck in a marshal. So the marshal goes in there and is now in there for 8 hours whilst it upgrades. Okay, interesting. I'm now also repairing and reviving the rangers that we had from the mechanoid raid earlier, just so we can bump up how many mechanoids we've got. It's getting pretty ridiculous now. The map is just full of mechanoids everywhere. Something tells me this is worse than the last series where I had like 30 elephants, but I don't want to admit it. Gestation complete. Behemoth. Jones, the man who came from nothing to something. A behemoth. Ho 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 ho! It's huge! Where is it gone? Where is it, Jones? Where is your behemoth? Holy! Holy! Look at how big it is! Jesus Christ. Look at the gun on it as well. That's so cool. It's just an absolute unit. He's a big boy. Watching him sleep. I don't know whether I'd be scared or not if I had a behemoth watching me sleep. And the upgrade cycle is complete for the Marshal as well. Interesting. So what has this done? Just a standard upgrade, level 1. And it just kind of increases it by 5%. So 5% each time for a very small amount of resources. That's pretty good. And there we are. We have now finished the actual building for the hotel. Finally. It's taken so long. Who'd have thought it would be really difficult to replace all the brick walls we already built with more brick walls? I know it's RImworld, but real life logic here. Come on, guys. So now we can actually work on the hotel. I think that's what we'll probably start doing next episode instead. I do love the way that somebody has just left baby ready in the IG Legion room. The disgusting, dirty, awful IG Legion room, just which isn't appropriate for babies whatsoever, right in the center of it all. Incapacitated, feeling stressed. I'd feel pretty stressed if I was put in here as well, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we've now got everybody to have the mech band with backpacks on as well now, so they are fully equipped until we get like better armor and things now. Things with the Mechanoid stuff is going extremely well. At the moment, we are lacking plasteel in a serious way. Having 4 deep drills active at pretty much all times for just plasteel, it's keeping things going just enough, but not enough to a point where I'm happy. We have got some 89 plasteel, and I have actually queued up some drillers here. I know I said I wanted to fully replace the androids with the mechanoids for combat, but at the same time, I quite like having Robbie be our small little, like, helper, and not having everybody totally combat focused. I think that's probably more efficient. And a quick update on the wild gander. It is still very malnourished, and it's still very much addicted to alcohol and ambrosia. Wild gander, you are not going to survive very long, I don't think, in here. I'm not going to lie, my friend. There we go. We have the first high subcore complete. So with that, Robbie is going to prioritize, make ourselves a driller, and we're going to compare the driller how good it is compared to the androids, and then go from there. Because I'd be quite happy to have drillers instead of androids, depending on which one's better, basically. So we can do a little comparison there. And I think on that note, we're going to call things there as we achieve high mech tech pretty much all the way. So I think the plan for next episode will be to do the hotel. We're going to renovate that up properly, get it all done, get it all set up nicely, and obviously compare the drillers to the androids and build a hell of a lot more androids. ID 280, that's it. Assist Wild Gander in its drug abusing habits. You do that. Proud of you. If we can get enough androids, the plan is in the long run to have everything in specialized places and have lots of specialized things, make it so that we have one for building, one for mining, one for drilling, one for doing this, one for doing that. That is the plan. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see what the future brings for this series, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mother about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.